Welcome to CX Beats, the live streams where we explore the evolving landscape of customer experience and engagement. I'm host Svetlana, and today we dive into a fascinating and crucial topic, generation dynamics in customer experience. And today we have a special guest, Mr. Kiran Varri, an excellent professional with more than 15 years of experience in customer experience, business excellence, and customer success. In this episode, we are exploring how generation difference customer expectations and behaviors. From baby boomers to Generation Alpha, each generation brings its own set of values, communication, and technological preferences. And understanding these dynamics is essential for businesses aiming to create tailored experience that resonate with diverse customer bases. So, Mr. Kiran, you're really welcome to our show.
Thank
I have already quickly introduced you. Please share a little bit more information about your background, and I'm sure you have a lot of insights to share.
thank you, Svetlana, and greetings to everyone. Thanks for the warm introduction. You covered most of it. Primarily, I come with from a business excellence background with around 11 plus years in the hospitality space, then around 5 years in the Dubai space, uh, pre-COVID, COVID as well as post-COVID, and also had a good fortune of spending around 6 months in the emerging star, which is KSA. So I'm passionate. We can say that's why I asked this question: how obsessed are you with experience? So
Hmm.
I can safely rate myself as someone who is obsessed with customer experience and everything experience. I must say that way. And I'm happy to be here in this conversation today, and hope that this conversation will add value to the audience. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us today. So let's start. And my first question is, what are key ideas that CX professionals should keep in mind in their day-to-day work?
Okay, good question. I try, in the interest of time, try to summarize three. I'll try to summarize three of them. One, personally, I experience the benefit of it is being present in the moment.
Mhm.
Often, opportunity is there around, but how come someone identifies it, but the rest just miss it? I could only find the reason being fully present. They're two different things. One is being present and being fully present. And when one is fully present, two things happen. One, the quality of the contribution improves. And two, one gets to reflect upon that space, I believe, in parallel. And that helps them to pick up those opportunities and also support in getting that task done at its best ever. I think that differentiates, you can say, exceptional with the good. The good is not good
Mhm.
enough anymore. And the second one is being open to learning and always being comfortable in that space. The day I decided and told myself that I'm happy to be a learner and
Mhm.
I'm perfectly fine being seen that way, it was such a liberating experience that learning became easier, and I started enjoying the benefits of it instantly. I think being learner for life has rich dividends store for everyone. And the third one is most important, though it comes last, is respect for all. Often we fall into the trap of evaluating, becoming a judge. The moment I chose to, and I keep coaching myself as an ICF coach also, that I have unconditional positive regard for everyone and everything around me. The moment this became my predominant way of identity and existence, I found it was very easy to be in myself and contribute uh, maximum. So I will say these three definitely will serve every CX professional.
Great. Thank you for sharing the points. Let's get a little bit closer to the main topic of our episode today. Can you please share some insights to how the purchasing behavior and decision-making processes vary among different generations? For example, millennials and Generation Z, maybe baby boomers. Based on your experience, I'm sure you have worked with all of them, and you definitely know.
Generational dynamics in customer experience, if you take it as a topic, definitely plays a crucial role for for businesses to effectively serve their customers across these classifications that we have for convenience, which is millennials, Generation Z, X, and baby boomers. And ignoring this aspect will be as just like trying to treat chalk and cheese alike, which will not work. And by now,
Mhm.
business have understood this. But identifying the this demarcation helps in identifying the predominant trend and visible currents, which all your competition is also doing.
Mhm.
That anyone unique. However, brands which pay close attention to the undercurrent and the emerging currents are the ones who stand to gain, because one, they enjoy early mover advantage, and two, by virtue of being the early mover, they enjoy patronage of that segment of customers. Now, let's look at this way. A Generation Z buyer cares less about your brand's reputation, whoever you are,
Mhm.
unless you have socially visible, you are socially visible, and your planet positive initiatives are known to the customers. Because for this segment of customers, it is very important that you are easy to identify. The span of attention is very small, and two is they care, majority of them, again here the answer is majority of them care for your you can say environmental
Mhm.
impact of your brand. And if you look at Generation X, that would be one of them, will be me. Their focus will be always on efficiency and convenience, value for money, and also clear communication. Take example of a brand called Viva in Middle East, particularly in
Mhm.
Dubai, coming from Landmark Group. I sense that this brand has got the attention of Generation X like no other generation, because they qualify on all the three parameters that are dear to this generation: efficiency and convenience. You can walk in, pick up the stuff, and you yourself will bag here. There are very
Mhm.
few choice, but you will experience the efficiency and convenience. Second, the value for money. Their products are, you can say, priced exceptionally well, and they come from across the world. And there is a
Mhm.
brand promise also that if any of this product is not of high quality or not to your liking, you can walk in and return it, no questions asked.
Mhm.
Last but not the least, clear communication. What I was just saying about the normal apprehension when you pick up a brand which is unbranded is
Mhm.
good. They have negated that by putting prominent communication at the checkout counter that if you do not like the product or the product is of not of high quality, please bring it back. We return the money, no
Mhm.
questions asked. So one thing in the on the same page, while we are going with the generalities, we need to remember there are exceptions and there are significance undercurrents and emerging currents. Take example of baby boomers. You can't assume all of them are not tech savvy. There are many who are very tech savvy. They are enjoying the learning curve, and that could be a sub segment
Mhm.
that as a business would like to leverage upon. So this is where the blue ocean and red ocean comes into picture. What is being done by everyone? The predominant and visible currents is
Mhm.
red. You are trying to compete for the same customer. Whereas in a blue ocean thought process, you are the first to identify the undercurrents and emerging trends, and you will stand to gain and you will enjoy patronage from these customers even after the competition will replicate your strategy once then.
Mhm.
So the takeaway here is start with your predominant and visible currents. That's inevitable. You have to start from there. However, be the first to identify, test, and leverage the undercurrents and emerging trends. That would be my thought, my take on this.
Mhm. Great. Thank you. So, and how organizations can leverage this understanding to develop targeted marketing strategies and personalized customer experience that resonate with each demographic?
Like a while ago, we were speaking of, first is the starting point definitely is red ocean. There's no denying that. So what you know, you already know, make the most of it.
Mhm.
There is opportunity there too. Being the, let's say, the best provider of a particular product, maybe cost effective. Take example of Dell. Dell probably is not known for innovation, but they're known for, you can say, replication and making it available to the masses at scale.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
how you cannot be a leader just by being in that space forever. So that's where if you start identifying the emerging trends, you, as I mentioned a while ago, also you will be the enjoy the early more advantage and the customer loyalty and patronage. This is where the blue ocean part of it will come, and the combination definitely is the best one a brand can hope for. We'll take examples. Let's take a retail chain which is offering true value loyalty points. And this remains to be a challenging space, at least in the markets that I have worked in, because I cannot relate with one brand which has been standing tall. I'm taking the example of a 10 plus years, where
Mhm.
their loyalty program is offering such value that it is drawing their customers back. For a period of time in India, I noticed one brand who were extending unpromoted offers within the store. Now, what's the draw there? The draw there is, once I realized that some offers as well as some discounts that I got on the final bill were not advertised. There's an element of surprise that every time I will try to come back when I have two brands of similar discounting strategy,
Mhm.
because I will get the bonus of surprises too in this brand. I heard long ago, maybe very far, Kmart in US used to try this, where they used to promote a particular product for a very short period of time, like next 30
Mhm.
minutes, 1 hour, and so on. So this is what I feel is a space, is an approach where brands can develop their marketing strategies and personalize their customer experience. Last but not the least, AI can be an answer here, is what I sense. The speed at which AI is evolving, I strongly
Mhm.
believe that AI can be leveraged to generate this tailor made strategies for each demographic, and then further double down on something that is very favorite to me, is which is personalization at scale.
Mhm.
Personalization at scale might look very difficult, it has been seen as very difficult. Easy to say, but how would you personalize at scale? Every
Mhm.
customer, something unique, or a very small chunk of segment of sub segmenting, and then trying to let's say gain the love and affection of the customer. AI, I feel, is well positioned because AI does not sleep, and the algorithms are already powerful enough to sift through, I think, terabytes or more of
Mhm.
data to generate these kind to support businesses in generating such tailor-made strategies to serve their customers better. Definitely at personalization at scale.
Yeah, that's true. AI technologies will definitely change a lot, I think, in the nearest future.
I think
And
the most noteworthy thing is, like today I was trying to create a line that would stay for a very long time. In the space of AI, the what next question is wait for a week.
yeah, yeah. I- So if you would ask AI, um, if you would task it to design a custom experience, especially for Generation Z, what do you think? What unique challenges and opportunities do you anticipate, and how you would approach meeting expectations of these demographics? Do you think AI can solve this question actually?
Uh, AI, yes, I would say first, if your core is in place, the core being your understanding about your customer,
Mhm.
uh, again at least the two or three layers we spoke about, the predominant behavior of these segments, baby boomers, generation X, millennials, and generation Z. The moment we have a shared understanding, which is competition also is aware of, and you are spending quality as a brand, quality time to know better and better about your customer. I
Mhm.
think one, the business is ready. Second, AI can be that icing on the cake of helping you create that strategy for all the generations. Now, if you look at uh, Generation Z, the three predominant qualities that they seek is visual communication, mobile
Mhm.
first, not even omni-channel, they want mobile first, and social impact and transparency. So the challenges that we face when you deal with Generation Z would be very short span of attention, 30 seconds or 1 minute. Would be difficult to engage them beyond that. However, if your brand is not known or becomes known for wrong reasons in the social impact or transparency space, they would be very quick to drop the brand at least for 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Not have that much time to, you can say, do their own due diligence and arrive at a conclusion, but they're likely to be quick in trusting the information that is in front of them, and that's not good news for the brand. Now, opportunities wise with Generation Z, I would say is look take brands like food delivery, Talabat, Zomato. By now, most of the customers know. I would say definitely my generation, Generation X, that the if you order from the restaurant or the place directly, whether it's groceries or food,
Mm-hmm.
you will be paying at least 10 to 20% cheaper. In spite of that, you will notice Generation Z are happy ordering from Talabat, Zomato, or these convenience apps because they are adopting the mobile first strategy. They find it convenient. They feel I deserve to have this comfort, convenience, and I don't mind paying this premium. So that way, brands which associate with mobile first will stand to gain and also enjoy premium with Generation Z. And apart from that, let's take another example, a supermarket of choice. While I was happily promoting Viva, it may not quickly appeal to a Generation Z because unless Viva is seen tomorrow as a mobile first, let's say they have their own app and or they are offering them their services through these ecosystem apps.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them today are not interested to have 15 apps. They want to have, they call them super apps. They want to have 2 or 3 apps and want to order everything from there. Convenience. So I would say brands need to pay attention to these predominant qualities, expectations on visual communication, mobile first, and high focus emphasis on social impact. If a brand is associated with the community in which they are operating, I believe Generation Z will be happy to patronize such brands going forward.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is actually a group of people who drive the mobile first trends, short videos on YouTube. They don't even have good concentration to watch these vlogs. They need only short 30 seconds. That's all. That's true. So in a world where customer expectations are constantly evolving, you just highlighted it that they want to have something quickly, they want to have something simple and convenient. How do you anticipate and prepare for future shifts in customer behavior? Because you see these trends, you understand that you need to change something. And do you pay any special attentions to some emerging technologies or cultural?
I think this is an opportunity for all businesses alike. The winners can become losers, losers can become winners in a very short span of time, because now it has become even more prominent and we are experiencing it. 6 months is a cycle and things can change drastically in
So
6 months.
quickly, six
Yeah.
months, yeah.
And going forward, this can get shorter and shorter. And one thing businesses have are no more denying is change is the only constant. And the customer is bound to be influenced by technology trends. While we say technology should be the enabler, when you are seeing technology thrown at you from all directions, I sense that there will be that you can say unwilling, but consumption of the trends, and customers will start getting aligned. And also they're being pushed with the technology solutions that are being put in front of them. That catches curiosity, right? At minimum. For a business, if I'm a business, I would not to benefit from this change. I would
Mhm.
not go after 10 to 50 emerging trends saying that in this industry, what are the emerging trends? Let me go after it. Rather, I would say, let's go after the customer, my
Mhm.
customer. And if I keep my eyes glued on to my customer at all times, and the evolving behavior and their and patterns that are emerging, and be the first to pick them up or test them at least. I feel
Mm-hmm.
this is best lean and mean strategy to succeed, because chasing 10 to 50 trends is not possible for any business, but chasing the customer is definitely going to keep them in business.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when it comes to the cultural aspects, I feel there is changes in that space also. In fact, I was scribbling before the session as to what all factors can make a difference. The culture of your origin. Now that with internet available, the culture of your preference
Mm-hmm.
coming into play. The gender, race, nationality, experiences, your income levels, responsibilities, and one interesting term, okay, my secret self, because no one knows better about you than
Mm-hmm.
yourself. So I feel that the cultural changes will not be probably as fast as you see the other changes happening, but definitely it will come with signs and some bells and whistles. And that's good news, because you are going to be aware, you are going to see them as a business. But the bad news is your competition is also going to see them.
Mm,
I would
that's
say the
true.
first idea of keeping your eyes glued on, I would say in real sense, as a learner, glued on to your customer can pay rich dividends.
Great, great. Thank you. Good, actually, you mentioned this secret about each customer, because when I checked my Google account, my profile, Google identified me as a man who is older than 40 years because of some of my internet behavior. But actually, yeah. So all these technologies can replace human feeling and human touch. That's for sure.
I think with the advent of internet and information being available so easy across, there's also a self-discovery happening for every individual, which
Mm-hmm.
was I would say 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. So, in this age of the internet, how to build emotional connections with customers, especially when a lot of communications is going online.
That's a good one. Emotional connection, I think, end of the day, will is something that brands will can benefit, or you can say thrive upon, because cost can easily be replicated, business models can also be easily replicated, but when a customer has an emotional connection with a brand, that's not easy to you can say replicate, nor wean that customer away from that brand. The customer themselves will say, I don't know the reason, but I will choose to go back to this brand. On this front, I would say for every business, the best way to succeed is to stay authentic. Because when you are authentic, experts would agree, the universe will also be on your side. And it's effortless because you are authentic. You don't need to think what should I do to look like this? No, you are that to your brand. And your customers will quickly relate, because your choice of words, your communication, your offerings, everything will speak the same
Mm-hmm.
language. There are a few brands which have survived, I think, 100 plus years also, just by being authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And one myth here that often we think is online communication can't match the in person. Okay, we'll keep we while acknowledging it, I would say it can be called as a myth, because just yesterday I had an example of my own experience of buying software. I was trying to purchase Microsoft Office. I scrambled because I can't do anything without Office. I realized that, and I picked up a brand somewhere in UK. I quickly completed my research. Can I trust this brand? Because you can lose money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I completed the purchase. You'll not believe, in 30 minutes, in 30 minutes in totality, I completed the research, I completed the purchase. I did face challenge in activating the code, to which they already gave a procedure. And I tried to reach out to them. I'm not sure whether it is a bot driven email responses or it was a human being. There was a human name. Two emails were exchanged in a span of 10 minutes or lesser. And
Mm-hmm.
ready to use the Office software. So I decline to believe any further that online communication can't match a personal communication. This example is a perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, that's
digital
true.
communication was perfect. Maybe it was facilitated by a bot, but still it did a great job, right? As a customer, I'm happy,
Mm-hmm.
whether the human being was there or not. And this way, if we stay focused on two things, one is respect your customer at all times and their preferences, their likes, dislikes, and continuing to offer a differentiated experience. If we do these two things, I'm sure doors and windows to serving the customer better will open up along the way. So, if I were to summarize this in one line, stay authentic, be willing to learn, and continue to listen to your customer. I say listen means seriously listening into your customers. And I can declare, I at least for myself, that online can be as effective as in person. I'm
Mm.
willing to
Thank you.
listen to this.
Thank you. You shared great example. Thank you. And what strategies or techniques do you recommend for fostering emotional engagement through the customer journey?
I think the best way is having a team that have fully bought into your purpose. I think several businesses have been successful this way. Examples can be Mumbai Dabbawalas in India. They are known for delivering tiffin boxes in a maximum city using public transport systems, cycles, and local metro. I think Pike Place Fish Market in US, that's another place. It's fish. But how come people love to come there to buy their fish? And last but not the least, I think books have been written on Disney magic. Adults become children when they go there. So these are, I think, living examples of the benefits of fostering a genuine emotional engagement with the customers. And few things that can stand out as a things that can help brands going forward, if they want in bulleted points, would be understanding your customer. There will be a persona. It has
Mhm,
been done to death. Persona is being treated as the best way to go after your customer. I've been introduced to jobs to be done. So
mhm,
is to also pay attention to jobs to be done. It's a wonderful way to get the sub segments. If you get stuck with personas, you're doing the same thing what your competition is doing. But the moment you segment your customers by also by jobs to be done, they want the product or service to help them do a job. It's never going to fail. Second, building an emotional connection. We just have shared three examples. The moment you use techniques like storytelling, every customer loves a story. And
mhm.
if you are able to build emotion into the design, everyone loves to show off their Starbucks glasses, right? With the name. Even
Yeah.
if typo error, there's an alphabet error, they are okay with it. Why? Because they built emotion into the design.
Mm,
And enhancing the customer journey, generate delivering personalized experiences as personal as it can get. Take example of the Starbucks. Your community building, Generation Z, beware, are going to reward you if you are contributing to the community. Social impact and transparency weighs heavily for them than any other segment, and they are the future. And last but not the least, rewards and recognition that really make a difference. I was talking to a friend the other day also. How many rewards and recognition program do you really believe they are rewarding you? Barring few, the majority are also ran programs. Points make no difference. And you don't even
mhm,
keep a track. And in fact, it's a futile exercise for the organization, right? It's consuming their
mhm,
resources. And last but not the least, continuous improvement. Imagine how much ever employees you have, 80, 800, if all of them focus on delivering authentic continuous improvement. I'm not talking about, I consciously struck the word when I was making notes, robust. Robust has been spoken about for a long time. How about
mhm,
authentic effort to continuously improve your business? And try A/B testing, the pickup from your digital marketing. Probably it was being done in the past also.
mhm,
Be open to test your, let's say, boil down to two strategies and learn from it. I'm sure your customers would love that you are a learning brand. And
mhm.
living examples we spoke about, I think, are motivators enough for brands to align with these four and other strategies that can help them connect better with their customers at an emotional level.
Mm-hmm. I see. Thank you. And can you share examples of common misconceptions or stereotypes that businesses may hold about their customers and how these misconceptions can hinder the development of customer strategy or lead to missed opportunities for connections or engagement?
On this, the biggest misconception I often hear from business heads and owners is, I know my customer.
Yeah, so
One should stop
great.
using this line because no one ever will ever know 100% about their customer. They could be knowing their customer better than their competition, and that's at the best. So I think they should stay focused on that. If they pay attention to their customer on a daily basis, now all eyes, all ears of all employees is the only way to know your customer better than your competition. Then they stand to gain from knowing their customer best in their space of offering. Now, coming to demographic stereotypes, this is another challenge. Often we believe if all millennials are tech savvy or all older customers are not social media friendly. That's not
Mhm,
true. One size fits all will not work. Try the jobs to be done approach as a must layer along with your persona if you choose to go that way. I feel a persona plus jobs to be done approach will do good to businesses. And purchasing behavior misconceptions, this is another thing where we feel that the customers, the business are divided. Some say all decisions are rational and some say all decisions are emotional. Not necessarily, it's a combination of both. People often at the end, the decision is basis emotion, but they will give a rational explanation to it. And vice versa also happens sometimes. People who believe that I need to take a rational decision, come what may. They do a lot of math, arithmetic, comparison, and then they probably use AI as a tool also going forward.
mhm,
Tell me what is the best thing I should do. There you go. So if we can avoid this purchase behavior misconception and be open for both possibilities, I think businesses will stand to tap into both these niche segments. Customers who differ in significant numbers from the persona, but they'll get caught in the captured in the jobs to be done bucket. Next is so by overcoming these stereotypes, how do we do that? Active listening, engaging with your customers, and having that willingness to learn from the customers will help them to create personalized experiences and thereby deliver superior experience to their customers. There are no shortcuts here. The best way is uh, be with your customer, be watching your customer at all times.
mhm. That's great. So great. Thank you a lot for sharing so many insights today. The last my question is about knowledge sources. Will, with all this overwhelming content out there, where do you go to learn, grow, and keep you up to date? Please share some sources with our listeners. I strongly helpful and curious first.
I think if I were to answer this question, look at the last 20 years. If I look at a period, let's say where my learning was significantly different till 1995, 2000 to today, if you talk about next year, if you take even one more year into consideration, 2025, we are now blessed with abundance of channels of learning, and there's no denying that. To me,
Mhm,
it's a healthy cocktail, I must say. The industry conferences, when I attended recently the CX conference, I was amazed with the amount of learning that was served on a platter within one business day. Subject matter expert talks, I would quote an Eric Schmidt interview that I was listening on YouTube on the future
mhm,
of why we should be scared and why we at the same time we should be prepared. Now that's priceless, right?
mhm.
Is
Yeah.
some forum in some to some audience, but I stand to gain from that conversation. Google courses on technology, most of them free, I think is an amazing way to learn and stay aligned with the evolving business landscape. I must compliment Udemy, whose courses are amazing quality of content is amazing. And the prices, I think peanuts would be also the, we can say, are more costly than that. And they come with a lifetime of validity. So I accumulated a lot of courses, which I can learn whenever I make time for it. I have time for it. And last but not the least, to me, YouTube is on the go learning channel while driving. Though obviously, then the ears are doing the job. And friends and fraternity from the business network, as well as friends in general. There are a lot of friends who are from the industry landscape. The list is long, but I am sure I personally am enjoying this cocktail, and most of the learners or professionals of this who are currently in the active job market, job landscape, are enjoying the same benefit of plenty.
Great. Thank you for sharing. So, as we wrap up this episode, it's clear that personalized customer experience is not just a trend, but a fundamental aspect of modern business success. Understanding and addressing the unique needs, preferences, different age groups allow businesses to create meaningful and lasting connections with their customers. And it's important to highlight that not only difference between age groups, but difference between and every customer, as we have come to that conclusion, I guess. Thank you so much, Kiran, for sharing your vision of these topics. Thank you for sharing your advice and these educational channels. So thank you for joining us today again. It was an insightful journey, and that's all for today.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Svetlana. And I hope the audience got some value out of this conversation.
Yeah, I'm
And the
sure.
very
I'm sure.
best for this initiative. Take care.
Take care. Bye.